Hi, I'm Maggie Cruz.
And I'm John Duckett.
And this is another episode of Jordan Uncorked. We are bringing something from the way back part of the cellar. One of our employees had a 1980 Jordan Cabernet, so we thought we'd use the core van and have some fun today.
Yeah, 38, going on 38 years old.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Full disclosure,
we Googled,
neither of us were alive during this vintage.
Yeah, Googled pretty much everything about this wine.
Yes,
so,
Google is an amazing thing.
It is. So,
yes.
Yeah, 1980, we're not taking credit for knowing what happened in 1980.
No, but the harvest report said it was kind of a cooler vintage. So lots of nice hang time, which really gave a lot of intense fruit characters for normal September, October harvest. And it said the Cabernet had a lot of great tannin. So they used a lot of Merlot to kind of soften out those tannins and mellow it out. One of the things that we remarked about when we poured it was the color. I mean, this wine is 38 years old.
Yeah,
and it's
usually
really
you'll see
bright
that
red.
kind of, you'll see more of a brick red, sort of faded orange color. But this still has a lot of vibrant, like ruby red character to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for 38 years old, that was our first surprise. Looks good.
They know what they were doing in the 80s.
We think.
There's still definitely some tea leaf character, but some like nice cherry fruit, a little bit of strawberry in there.
Yeah, it's like the herbaceousness is more of a, it's a pleasant kind of herbal, your nicer kind of cooking spices, I would say.
Sure.
But you do get kind of some of that more strawberry, some cherry there, still coming off the nose.
Gosh, there's still quite a bit of tannin too, but nicely balanced.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, after 38 years, that's definitely becoming it's nice. So I would have loved to have tasted this, 1980, seeing those big tannins that we had heard about. Because now it's very, very approachable. The tannins are really, I think the Merlot helps kind of soften that out, because if this was, all Cabernet, probably be pretty big still. So.
Little Alabama.
I'm pretty surprised. I mean, 38 years old, that's not every day you drink a 38-year-old wine. I mean, for the most part, that's something that's either forgotten in your cellar or you're very well, you're good at keeping wine. So good for you if you've got a 1980.
I wouldn't have guessed that this is an 80 either. If I had tasted this blindly, I would have thought probably 10, almost 15 years younger. Really, there's still a lot of life to this.
Yeah, I'd probably put that beginning of the 90s or something like that. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, this was the first year that Jordan made Chardonnay too, right? 1980,
It was
4 years into production here. So this is going back.
This wine is so approachable and soft. It really can be drunk on its own.
Yeah.
But with food, I'd probably go a little bit on the lighter side.
Yeah, agreed. You do kind of lose some of that concentration on the finish, and which would lend itself well to a lighter dish.
Maybe like a roasted chicken or a roasted pork loin or something like that.
Pork would be good. Yeah. I think pork would be really good with some veggies. Something like that would be really good.
Yeah, probably not going to hold up to a heavy steak or anything like that, or big beef roast. But
yeah. I mean, you could probably do it, but it wouldn't be your ideal pairing.
Yeah.
So this wine's tasting really good now, but I wouldn't hold on to this any longer. Drink it now. If you're going to have it for, say, a birthday coming up in the next few months, then go ahead. But you don't want to hold on to this for like a year, 2, 3 years. This is ready to go. So enjoy it if you got it in your cellar. If you do have it in your cellar, good for you for holding on for this long.
Sure.
But surprising wine. So I really enjoyed it. This was fun to taste.
The treat.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Jordan Uncorked. Our next episode is going to be drinking a 2012 Cabernet out of a Magnum. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah. Anytime we can do a large format, it's always fun. So any other comments that you want, wines to try, leave a comment. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next episode for 2012 Magnum. Cheers.
Cheers.